You're listening to the Zinner Network. For more great podcasts, go to pzinner.com.au.
Hello and welcome to Stuff We've Forgotten, Lost and Found, the Best Left Forgotten one-shot podcast series. My name is Nathan Quadro, and I'm your Dungeon Master.
My name is Miriam Feats, and I'll be playing Mona Leafchild, the Wood Elf Ranger.
My name is Jess Wolfendale, and I'll be playing Cricket, the Tiefling Sorcerer.
Hello, I'm Justin MacArthur, and I'll be playing Fatoon, the Dwarf Barbarian.
And I'm Kieran Moffat. I'll be playing Jings McTavish, the Human Paladin.
That's right, ladies, gentlemen, and gentle fellows. We have two extra wonderful people joining us in the studio, quote-unquote. Hi,
Quote-unquote
Justin.
wonderful
Hi,
or quote-unquote studio?
quote-unquote studio. Wonderful
Okay.
people, definitely. But studio, the jury's still out.
Wonderful. Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Hi. Hello.
Kieran,
Sorry,
blank staring.
And Q.
I generally just wait for Justin to stop speaking before I start. That's how our double act works.
So Justin and Kieran are joining us from the tippity-top head, the Zinner.
The ivory tower
The
at
ivory
the top.
tower.
Upper echelons.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. We have descended from on high.
That's right.
We have deigned to walk among the people.
That's right. My understanding is that we're not seeing the real Justin and Kieran. These are like stand-ins because we couldn't actually physically accept the visage.
It's like the Beatles in Yellow Submarine. Like, just they couldn't do it themselves. Just had to get someone else.
Body doubles.
Yeah, I'm reading from a script here. You can't see this at home, obviously, but I have been given instructions on what to say for every line. So I understand the show is normally improvised, but I hope you can work around me just saying pre-written lines for everything.
Oh, like Critical Role.
Get him!
Don't at us. Don't at us, please.
Please add us, Matt Mercer, specifically. This is a good intro.
That's great.
Let's jump right in. For days, the battle raged. Swords clashed and blood was spilled. A piece of land that was once owned by one kingdom may now be owned by another. But that's all over now. The losers have retreated to their dwindled homeland, and the winners enjoy nights of revelry in every tavern they can find. Your tavern is the last. The past 3 nights have been filled with stragglers who just wanted the party to keep going. It's time to clean up now so you can return to some sense of normalcy. Luckily, the coffers are stuffed with days of regular patronage, so you have at least a 10-day to pack up and prepare to reopen a whole new host of guests. I'm going to take this moment to pass a piece of paper into the middle of our players. Ooh. I know, because Jess has been doing handouts for our currently unreleased Call of Cthulhu show. So now I'm feeling bad. So
Props,
this is
props
for an audio only. So this is a map of your inn.
Wonderful.
Available online. Dyson's logos. You can find this online.
I love it.
What is the name of our establishment?
That is my follow-up question.
Oh, God.
It is currently unnamed, and as the 4 co-owners of this wonderful inn/tavern, I'd like you to spend some time selecting the name.
Well, I thought it came from a combination of all of our individual names.
Oh, gosh.
That's a great precedent to set for us to now sit down and nut out. Thank you.
You're welcome. I've contributed. I will
Justin
not be
used
leaving.
to live in Germany, so he's going to make us do like a word just stacking
Yeah.
words together.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. All right. What are our names then? I don't know.
I like
CRON.
I like it ending in tuna.
I too like ending in tuna.
Should it end in tuna? I mean, surely the fish course comes first.
Tuna. I mean, is that?
Sorry, that was a bad joke.
No, I'm with it. Did you just write krong tuna? Because obviously, correctly, it should be tuna krong. Actually, that is better.
Tuna Krong?
I didn't say it was good. I just said it was
Krong
better
tuna.
than krong tuna.
In other places, they use a tuning fork. But here, we use a tuna krong. Does that say Mick Jatoon?
Yes.
The 5th invisible co-proprietor. Mick
This is what we're doing, right? Or are we trying to combine like CMFJ?
Why
No,
did
that
we
just
all
sounds like
pick-
we've done a personality test.
Why did we all pick consonants?
We could just do something with cricket because you own the place, right?
Apparently.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it could be something. Fantasy pubs are always like, there's
Bug.
something animal. So it could be like, we just
And
need
what
to
is
describe
wrong
it for
with
a
the
cricket.
tuna krong?
Like,
I've
it could be
rubbed it out
something
now.
like the sleepy cricket.
Oh,
You know.
but then it's like, hi, welcome to the Sleepy Cricket.
Cricket.
I'm Cricket. It's like, why aren't you sleeping?
I have no notes. I think that's a perfect name.
Done.
The sleepy cricket?
Formerly
The artist formerly known as the Sleepy Cricket.
Knee tuna crong.
In cricket's natural language.
Yeah.
Like their
Yeah.
first language, it's tuna crong. And so that's what you call it. But all the guests call it sleepy.
But I love that that's infernal.
Yeah.
You had to change the name because it turned into an incantation.
Every time someone said it, they got a free drink, and I was losing money left, right, and centre.
Cricket. You sit at the bar of the Sleepy Cricket,
This is going to get old.
counting out the last few gold coins and adding them to your ledger. To one side sits a drink of your own making. You feel like it won't be your last of the day. On the other side is a partially unrolled piece of parchment featuring the week's to-do list that sits atop your master tome of managing the tavern. Your counting is interrupted by the sounds of a rabble upstairs. Fatoon rushes down the stairs, pulling a thin high elf who is blubbering uncontrollably. Please, just allow me to leave. Please. His makeup is smeared, and the lute he has been playing incessantly over the past few days has been smashed down upon his head, so he now wears it as a necklace. Fatoon, what would you like to do, carrying this elf man out?
I mean, I think I'm just going to respond. This is the third successive day that I have brought you down these stairs. I don't have hard limits, and yet you appear to have reached mine.
Well, this won't be the last you hear of Artie McCartson.
No, because I'm going to be repeating that name at every given opportunity.
Well, I hope not.
Your reputation shall precede you in every good place of repute, and also some other places.
Well then, and he pushes you away, brushes himself off, and exits.
Sweet. Job well done.
Well done.
No worries.
Any more left for tonight?
I didn't think that far ahead. I was kind of thinking of now and what's happening now, and I wanted him not here.
Yeah,
You see.
I figured that might be the case. Go
Yeah.
ahead and round up the rest, and we'll set packing down for the night.
Jolly good.
As you go and start to pack up, there's a rumble upstairs. A strange sound that sounds like the padding of large footprints.
Can you go get the druid, please, and escort them off the premises?
Yes. As you wish.
As Fatoon rises up the staircase, he is barreled down by a chimera that has been released upstairs.
Well, hell!
Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Good lord.
I certainly can.
First roll.
Now, this is a dex save against a scene effect, no? Because I can see this chimera.
You can see this chimera.
So the higher roll was an 18.
Okay. That means that you are not prone. As we head into this combat, can everybody please roll
Oh my-
initiative?
What?
Well, that was quick.
Well, we started off quick.
Please just scream at me.
12.
21.
15.
7.
Which makes sense. Mona and Jinx, you are currently outside the premises.
Yeah.
But
that
you
tracks.
can enter upon your turn. Off you go, Cricket. You are sitting behind the bar. Coming down the stairs is a chimera standing now in melee range with Fatoon.
Sort of sigh and push my drink to the side, and I'm like, the facilities are for paying customers only. And I pull out my crossbow from behind the bar and fire it off.
Okay, roll to hit.
14.
A 14 hits.
Excellent. That is 10 points of damage. Please and thank you.
The chimera is going to turn to you, having just been shot, and is going to attempt to, I'm going to use that one, breathe fire upon you with a natural one is going to miss.
Hell yeah.
Fatoon, it is your turn to be followed by Mona.
So Fatoon is attempting not to become angry, attempting not to rage out, as is otherwise his wont as a barbarian. Instead, Fatoon is going to reach for his net to throw over the chimera. I will roll to hit. That is a 20 not natural.
Well, that definitely hits.
So up to a large creature hit is restrained.
I was confirming the chimera is a large monstrosity.
And now it is a large restrained monstrosity.
Yeah.
It is
Yes.
restrained. Fantastic. Mona, you hear the kerfuffle from outside tending your chickens?
Yeah.
Chickens.
Yes. And goats.
And goats.
Yep.
It is your turn.
Can I get inside in a move action?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right. So I think I'm just going to sort of wave to my chicken animal companion, Queen Fran, to come and follow me. And then we're both going to run into the inn. Oh, I can get within 5 feet, but I can't get quite to it.
No.
Then I will just, for this turn, pull out my longbow and take a shot.
Okay, roll to shot.
An 18 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Sweet. 11 points of piercing damage.
Wonderful.
And I'm going to send Queen Fran 10 feet around. So she's going to start like circling a little bit. So she's not going to stay right next to me.
Your small chicken companion
Yes.
What was that name?
Queen Fran?
starts to move around. So you're kind of coming around to where Fatun would be standing?
Yeah, circling around.
Okay. Lovely. Jings, it is your turn. Show us what you've got.
I run inside, obviously.
I run away.
Where's Jings? We say all session.
What's going on here? What's this wee tatty bogle? I can get close to it, but I can't.
Get to it, correct?
I can't get to it, yes, and I don't have anything that is in any way ranged.
You can throw something, anything.
You can throw your magnificent voice.
I'm over here.
The only thing I have on me is my polearm, so take that, you scunner, and I just throw my my quarterstaff.
Sure. Can you make a ranged attack?
Sure.
Excellent.
13
Plus dex.
plus dexterity 0.
Good.
So that's it. So 13 to hit.
Unfortunately, 13 misses. You just kind of straight off the top. It does get caught in the net, though.
Oh, that's helpful.
Can get it back later.
Now I can get back my net.
Fantastic. Cricket, your turn.
All right. Anyone know where this thing came from? And I take out the only other bolt I've got underneath. I have a warning bolt and I have a hitting someone bolt. I have no plan beyond that. And I'm going to try to hit it again. Does a 9 hit?
Unfortunately, a 9 does not hit.
Well,
2 warning shots, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
I did a warning shot and I did a real shot. Never mind what order they were in.
Fantastic. Justin, it is the Chimera's turn. Is there a DC for escaping the net?
I just assumed that as soon as it was in a net, it would be someone else's problem.
Yeah, I think it's probably a strength
A creature
check.
can use its action to make a DC 10 strength check, freeing itself, dealing 5 slashing damage to the net, also frees the creature without harming it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a natural 20 to escape the net. So the Chimera bursts forth, and your net and the polearm are both incinerated.
Oh, it was my only weapon.
Net.
My net!
And also my net. Like, yes, your only weapon. I liked that net.
Fatun, it is your turn.
You know how I said prior to my previous turn that I was trying not to enter my rage? So, I am a Path of the Ancestral Guardian barbarian, which means that when I enter my rage, spectral warriors of my ancestors are summoned. And they are, in my case, my grandparents, who I do not like chatting to. But I will deal with them if it means that I can get a chimera out of the
That's
tavern.
fair. I think that on balance, that seems like a wise decision.
Yes. The advantage is that the first creature I hit while I am raging is distracted by my grandparents. So that's good. So let's hope that this Great Axe swing hits. 27 to hit,
Which definitely hits.
11 damage from the first attack.
Absolutely. Second attack
That's not as good. That is a 17 to hit.
will still hit, though. Congratulations.
13 slashing damage, if that's relevant.
All right. So you slash out twice successfully as your grandparents burst forth from within you. That's my grandson!
Okay.
Hobbling on little canes towards the Chimera.
Okay.
Amazing.
Good.
Love it.
Great.
They're kind of like non-corporeal. What color are they glowing?
Blue.
The blue grandparents.
Blue spectral grandparents, as everyone, I'm sure, has had to deal with.
Why don't I just imagine your grandparents coming out like Blue Man Group?
Yeah.
But with canes instead.
Like it.
They would be white spectres, but in life, they were members of the Blue Man Group. And as such,
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Mona, it's you.
This is the part where I say, if you kill my animal companion in the first 10 minutes of this episode, everyone will riot.
You're a bad person if you do that.
Queen Fran, I require your aid. And Queen Fran's going to run up to the creature at the same time as I run from the other side. And Queen Fran is going to attack first. It's with her little beak. But she's probably going to miss because that was a 3 on the dice. But she gave it her best go.
Stupid chicken.
Yeah.
Hey, that's our queen you're talking about. How dare you?
She's actually like democratically elected.
Yeah, our democratically elected queen, as they normally are.
And then as a Beastmaster Ranger, because my animal companion attacked, I get to make my weapon attack. And then I'm also going to pull out a second short sword and make my bonus action offhand attack as a dual wielder.
Wow, okay.
So the first one is a 19 to hit.
Which hits?
And the second one is a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
That also hits?
Yeah. For all of the people who I'm sure will try and at me later.
All 20 of you who regularly listen to this podcast. And Duncan on YouTube, thank you for your comment.
Thank you, Duncan.
Yeah. I did take 2 weapon fighting, so I do get to add my damage bonus that I would on my normal attack. 8 slashing damage on the first one and 5 on the second one.
Is there anything else?
No, we'll just stay where we are.
Right. Jinx. Unweaponed and at a small distance from the chimera.
Right, I really like that stick. Okay, I'm going to go for an unarmed strike.
Fabulous.
It's not looking good, folks.
It's okay, they don't all have to be winners.
None of them have been so far. So 12.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it's getting really close, though. It's getting really close, though.
Getting closer every time.
Yeah.
Once it's dead, you'll be able to punch the
So yeah, Fist just sort of sails past it, and I'm just sort of standing there like, come on, Will!
Cricket, we're back.
Here we are, once again. I think what I do, I'm like, oh, heck. All right. Well, and I reload my crossbow with nothing. And I fire it off, and a bit of my magic sort of explodes out into a bolt that follows the path it would. And
Spicy.
I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'm going to roll to attack. That'll hit.
I'll be the judge of that, thank you.
So 24.
Yeah, okay.
Here we go. So that's 16 points of damage. And we'll use this one of force damage.
Fantastic.
There you go. Oh, sorry.
Okay, the chimera is going to take a big breath in and breathe out fire upon all of you. Can everybody make a dexterity saving throw? Yes, you have advantage for Toon.
Okay, Fran rolled a natural 20.
No barbecue chicken tonight.
I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos and give myself advantage on that one.
One of those rolls was a crit fail. But I have advantage.
Thank the Lord.
So I've got a 15.
Okay.
I got 15.
Okay.
And I rolled a 17.
Okay.
14.
Well, everybody is successful. So you only take 5 points of fire damage.
Dang. Is that bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing fire damage by any chance?
No, it is not.
I do have resistance to fire, so that will be 2 points of damage for me. Please and thank you.
And now, the tables in the dining room
Have turned.
are smouldering.
Damn it!
Brand new tables just delivered this morning.
Come on!
They're still in the packaging.
Still in the shrink wrap. They really added to the flammability.
That's right, that plastic wrap you put on couches to keep them safe.
No!
The chimera is going to turn to you for Toon, and it's going to
Hello.
make 2 attacks against you
Ah.
with its claws. That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Great, and the second attack will be a 26 to hit. So
Goodness gracious. Yes, both of those will hit.
it is slashing damage, so it is only half to 10 points of damage for you.
Thank you very much. So you've pre-halved that for
I
me.
have pre-halved that for you. But we are going to jump to you for Toon.
I'm going to swing my big axe at it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Here's my thing. Well, great axe. It's not just a big axe. It's a great
It's a great axe.
It's so good.
It's not just a good axe. It's a great axe.
Not even a mediocre axe. Wow, this is top quality.
One of the higher top-notch... Cut this. That's 14 on AC for the first one.
Which hits?
Yeah, that'll be a casual 19 damage from the first one.
Oh my goodness.
Fabulous work. Cleaving.
Wonderful.
Sorry, I'll just shut up then.
No, do I make more attacks or is it cleft?
No, it's not no, that would be cloven. It's in present tense. You are cleaving,
In the process
but it is
of-
not currently cleft or cloven.
22 on AC.
That definitely hits.
And that will be 14 for those that can do maths. And indeed, 14 for those that can't. But
Oh, I can't do math, so I won't take that damage.
But a slightly more
Thank you for the
judgy
suggestion.
14.
yeah. That damage can't hurt me because I can't maths.
Yep.
All three heads are looking quite beleaguered at this point, but none successfully cloven or cleft. Mona, it is your turn.
Queen Fran. Again.
Stop it! I can't have you do that every time.
It's going to be every time. And Fran will make her attack first. And with a 2 on the dice, 1 less than last time, she's equally useless.
Stupid chicken.
As
She's
are
a
all
figurehead.
queens.
All I'm saying,
She doesn't have any real power.
yeah.
She's here for the moralism.
She's here to inspire us all.
Yep.
And then I'll make my weapon attack offhand. 22 to hit.
Which hits?
Ooh.
And hits
Second
the mic.
is a 25 to hit.
They both hit?
9 points of slashing damage and 10 points of slashing damage.
Thank you. Jings, let's make it happen for you.
Oh, you're gonna be in the haggis tonight, pal.
But where's Jing's from? I just feel like we need more cultural context for Jing.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I'm going to hit with unarmed strike.
That's
and
right.
I'm going to punch.
I
Okay,
assumed. Go.
17 to hit.
17 does hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
does 4 damage, and then I'm going to use Divine Smite on my fists.
Yeah.
When I hit someone in melee, I can expend spell slots to do 2d8 extra radiant damage.
Let's make it happen.
11 damage.
So 11 plus
Yep.
the initial 4.
Yes, 15.
15. Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
And with those strong fists, you punch all 3 heads. And the chimera falls dead at your feet. As 2 members of the Blue Man group next to you go, oh, I like that.
What a nice young man.
Go haunt him instead.
For tune, you never invite us round for biscuits.
Yes, Grant.
And they dissipate. What a disappointing boy.
Cutting words, I believe that is. I didn't remember that my grandparents were bards, and yet.
Here they are.
I like
You can have some shortbread round with me, hen.
I don't know what you mean by anything you say, and I appreciate all of it.
I like those tables.
Yes, you stand in the sleepy cricket with a chimera body left there, your tables smouldering.
I turn, Queen Fran, we're going to need some water. And we just walk outside to get some buckets of water.
All right. I hate to ask this, but I need the 2 of you to stay for some overtime. We can work out the toil over the next few weeks, but this is going to take a bit to clean up, and I'd rather get the smoldering, flammable material out of here before we shut up shop for a while.
Neat borders. I reckon this would be a good main course, actually. And then I go to the kitchen dragging the chimera by one of the many tails.
All right, wherever he's gone, we'll just let him do his thing.
Yeah, I think that might be better. And I'll get a mop and check on him.
Yeah.
As water is collected, mops collected, dinner collected.
Uh-huh.
Cricket, you go and you put your crossbow away, now boltless, and you knock the tome that manages all the comings and goings, and a small, glittery piece of paper falls to the ground.
What's this?
You pick it up, and it's got beautiful calligraphy on it. It's in the shape of a house, purple, and you realize that there's a booking tomorrow for a wedding of some 200, 300 guests. A gnome wedding that you had forgotten, and you are currently all out of food, all out of drinks, with several special requests.
Well, that's a pickle if I ever seen one. I consider pretending I never saw it and just walking out of the bar and never coming back.
And that's what we're going to call the session. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening.
This has been the stuff we've forgotten, lost, and found.
I just keep walking.
Things we lost this session. Cricket.
I just take the cricket part of the sign off of the front of the
Yeah.
the sleepy.
The sleepy.
I'm like,
It's a good name.
all right, staff meeting around the smolders. Everyone, come on.
Queen Fran and I are already there, and Queen Fran also has like a little sponge in her claw, and we're both
Thank you, Your
posing down the
Majesty.
tables.
I wouldn't mention staffs around Jings.
Actually, I walk in from the kitchen, having found another quarterstaff there, because I just had one leaning up against the wall.
You just took the end off of one of the
Yeah,
mops.
exactly.
And I walk up. That chimera will do great in a curry.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, I got good news and bad news. What do we want first?
I find that in the grand scheme of life, it is best to hear what is good before we hear what is bad.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that because I don't have any good news. So we got a booking tomorrow, and we're just gonna have to make it work. I got a list here, and we're gonna take some shots of coffee, and we're gonna do our dang best for this gnome wedding we've got tomorrow. And yeah, look, it's not great. This isn't great. My bad, probably. Who knows? But let's not start passing blame around. Let's just put our heads down and do the work we need to do, and not think too hard about where we could be instead.
Cricket, you look at the booking in a little bit more detail and you realize there are several special requests
What do we got?
from the lovely couple of Horatio and Salatio. They intend to bring a significant retinue of horses and carriages to the event, so you'll probably have to get the stables cleaned out. Obviously, we need to do general cleaning downstairs and make sure everybody's cleared up from outstairs, making sure that Artie McCartson is not returning. And they've requested an Endeavour wine, which is a flower that can be found in the nearby woods, which you currently have 0 stock of.
Great. All right, I got a list of things. I'm just going to go through, put your hand up. If you do not pick something, it will be assigned to you. All right, first one. Who's good with flowers? I need someone to go out foraging.
I have long been a child of the forest.
Great. All right, that's all you. And I just tear off that piece of paper and hand it to you.
Sweet.
All right, we
Queen
got...
Fran picks it up.
Thank you, Your Majesty. We need someone to clean out the stables. We've got a whole bunch of horses coming in. We need to make sure they're ready to go.
Because they're gnome size, we talking like normal size horses or wee little Shetland ponies?
I think we should prepare for all shapes and sizes as we usually do.
I should warn you, I have been letting the goats reign free in the stables for some time now. There may be some superficial damage, but they are one of the more wondrous creatures of this world, and I didn't want to contain them.
Well, as long as the goats are happy.
Oh, aye, they're great in the curry.
All
We've
right.
got Chimera goat. The Chimera goat it's already pre-grilled.
Chimera curry would sound great on like a board out the front of the
It
restaurant.
would.
Special today.
All right.
I've had some Chimera curries before.
All right. Thank you for that, Mona. Who wants to take stable cleaning duty?
Yeah, right.
There will be duty involved as well. All right. So that... Thank you.
Please save any of it that you can. My small fertilizing business isn't
God.
doing too well at the moment.
Mona, we've talked about this. The saddest chicken noise I've ever heard.
She's noble.
She's an investor.
Yeah, Queen Fran put up all the startup money and
There's like tens of thousands of gold pieces in
terribly in
this
debt to this
business.
bird.
The kingdom is in financial ruin.
Absolutely.
Yeah, look, as long as it's clean enough for the guests to get through the night, I will turn a blind eye to what happens to them after that. What else do we have on the list?
You need to just clean downstairs and upstairs.
All right, well, if you dedicate yourself to doing your best around here, I will try to source the new tables we need before the morning.
I'm always dedicated to doing my best.
I know, you're doing a great job. All right.
So, employee of the month, I just wanted to note, I know it's an awkward time.
You know that every time you ask, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, and I'm
Learn from your
wondering,
mistakes.
is there some correlation between those two things?
All right,
or-
we'll talk about this later. Everyone, team, go. All right, and we go. We do it.
Sorry, I should have flagged this earlier. Can Queen Fran have been taking a short rest and rolling hit dice during that meeting?
Just resting.
Just
Actually,
chilling.
in fact, consider go team go. We've got this. Can that be my inspiring leader speech over this delegation session?
I'll allow it.
Amazing. Everyone take 10 temporary hit points, please.
Sick.
If Queen Fran was taking a short rest during that, can I pick up the egg that was left on my way back to the kitchen?
Absolutely. You pick up the egg, and characteristically, it is stamped with a small crown. No, even better. It's her face in profile.
Oh my
Yes!
god!
This is everything I ever wanted. Thank you.
And that's the currency we exchange.
And for all of the people who are so interested in my chicken's hit points, I rolled exactly the number that she lost during that combat.
Amazing.
Who are these
And she has 10
theoretical?
more.
Yeah.
Who are these theoretical critics you keep addressing? Do you get so many angry letters?
Like Star Wars, no one hates D&D podcasts like D&D podcast fans.
Yeah.
Jinx,
Hey,
you head out to the stables. As you head out to the stables, you can hear the mooing of goats?
Bleating.
Bleating.
I was going to say braying, so I'm glad you got
sorry,
that.
I thought that was going to be a D&D thing for a second, but you just forgot your barnyard noises that you learned when you were
sorry.
3.
That little book that says cow goes moo, sheep goes bar.
Goat does not feature heavily in the literature. Thank you.
I guess we've just found like an open market here to exploit.
Goats Go Bleat. Sponsored by Best Left Forgotten.
Stuff we've forgotten, lost and found.
Oh god.
So what does a bleat sound like? Fantastic. Can we cut that and then just keep using it whenever I need a
Yeah, hold on. Can I get a clean cut?
Meh.
All right. Moving on.
Right, yes, you were saying.
You can hear the meh of goats, and you walk up ready to clean. The stables are locked.
I turn and walk back inside, and anyone got the keys for the yon shed out there?
You do.
It's nae on my gear list.
Jinx, you know how you keep a list of every single item that you have on your
Ever
person
owned.
at all times. You need to update it when you receive new items.
No one gave me the right.
We talked about managing inventory.
All right, I check my inventory. Do I find the key?
You do find the key.
Oh, right. Brilliant. Found bloody tastic.
I
Right.
love when the universe joins us to gang up on Jinx.
Right. Well, Jings walks back to the stables, talking about himself in the third person.
Yes.
And muttering, "Get a face, your mother blatter." Rangers fans. Anyway, and proceeds to unlock the stables.
Okay, you go to unlock the stables, and your key goes in the lock, but it doesn't turn. And you notice that you don't come out here much. This is really Mona's territory, although you have been eyeing off the goats for a little while. It doesn't unlock, but you do notice it's very shiny, as if the padlock on the door is brand new.
So, are you telling me, in fact, that I have the wrong key?
I am telling you that the key that you believe to be for the stables does not unlock the padlock that is currently attached.
Right. Okay. I'm just generally saying this to the universe.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yes, I am muttering to I am arguing with my internal monologue, which is you.
Okay, then you hear from inside the stables. Excuse me, this is a private domicile. I will not be harassed.
Is that a bloody Sassenach that was chucked out on his head earlier?
No, with him. No, I wouldn't stay in your filthy establishment if you paid me in whatever.
I believe the currency is eggs.
You say from inside.
Every so often you get this urge to say that.
You're cleaning out a window.
Jolly good. I'm with my business.
Right, well, you don't work here, you don't own the place, and we've got to get you on horses in there, so you're going to open up the door.
And, the stable doors kind of have like that double opening so the horses can stick their heads out. The top part swings open, and a grey horse stands in front of you. There's already a horse in there, you fool. As I said, this is my home and I will not be harassed. My understanding is that you lot own that building over there. And he's literally pointing with his hoof.
Over the top.
Your deed does not include this illegal extension, might I add, out here. So I will be staying here. Thank you. And it closes in your face.
All right, we'll see about that. And by the way, if it's an illegal extension, what are you doing in there? Eh?
So there.
You showed that horse.
Oh, right.
The door opens again. Well, I suppose you have me there. But if you let me stay, I won't pass it on to the council.
Honestly,
I'm sorry, just overwhelmed with the idea of this D&D council. Look, mate, I don't think this is within code.
Does the horse sit on the council?
right. Okay, look, there's plenty of room in there. This is honestly way above my pay grade. I'm just the cook. I just need to get this cleaned.
Are you suggesting my home is dirty?
Look, you don't look
Do
like...
I come into your house and spit on it?
Look, you didn't look like you can operate a bloody broom, do you?
Ableism. In this day and age, really. And the door slams in your face again.
Look, all I want to do is tidy it up. Maybe you'd like some house guests. Maybe you'd like, some mares in there with you, hey? Am I right?
He's already on the council. He's friends with the mayor.
Get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I shut the window.
Eggs. The door opens just partially and just the nose pointing out. Mares, you say? And perhaps a stallion or two.
I knew you were going to say it.
Oh, aye, definitely. Let's put it this way, right? You let me in, I'll do some cleaning. I get rid of the goats, I get you ready, maybe some mares, maybe some stallions, or you shut me out, I break my way in, and we're not talking about mares and stallions, we're talking about a gelding.
Very well. But I may make one small request.
Oh, aye.
I've been alone for quite some time, and I'm a little nervous. Perhaps a little bit of wine to, loosen us up when they arrive.
Yeah, right. Shouldn't be a bother.
Very well. And he reaches his hooves out and puts the key into the lock and unlocks the padlock.
I mean, I've not much to say, but all I can say is you'll be quite the hit with the mares, not to mention the geldings, if you can do that. Right, so...
You head inside and you clean.
Now, you mentioned that you were getting rid of the goats, and I'd like to walk down that path with you and find out what that means.
When you're getting rid of Mona's goats.
Yes.
very
what are the
careful.
goats doing They're just sort of... meh, meh.
Yes, they're just mehing and murring and eating things and pawing at some of the decorations that have been put up by the horse.
With their goat paws.
With their goat paws.
Right, okay. I mean, goats famously don't really do what you want them to do. So I'm just sort of chivvy them outside and sort of point them in the direction of all the lovely weeds that are growing out there. And so that way it nicely tidies out the yard as well as the stable. So the goats just sort of go and eat that and just sort of...
Free lawnmower.
Yeah, right?
I do speak to the goats exclusively in Elvish.
Oh, I speak Common, Celestial, and Dwarvish.
Okay, can you make an animal handling check then?
7.
Okay.
I do not do well.
Only one exits.
But once you've gotten one goat to do something, all the other goats follow them.
That's the rules of D&D.
That's the rules of goats.
Okay.
We got you.
Can you make a persuasion check
What, on you?
on the other goats, on the remaining goats, to be like, look.
Kieran, please.
they're doing.
19.
Okay. The other goats slowly follow, slower than you would like, but you just start to clean around them.
As well as, I didn't ask your name. Big green horsey thing.
Aristotle.
Oh, aye.
And yours?
I'm James McTavish, I am. Yeah, I'm formerly of the Proclamation, quite literally the Salvation Army.
I'll try to remember some of that.
Tough crowd.
Would you like highs or lows on my roll? For the fate of the goats that have been now just let loose, free.
Highs.
The fate of the goats will be discovered later in the episode as we jumped to Mona.
Yes.
You head out into the forest to seek the Endeavour flower.
Yes.
Can you make a nature check, please, to seek the flower?
It can't be survival.
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
So easily persuaded.
11.
Okay. You're pretty sure you know...
Can Queen Fran help me?
Yes. I'll allow her to aid you.
17.
Okay. You begin to follow a path, and you hear the flapping of feathers next to you. And you look over. She shakes her head. And gestures towards the other path.
Yep.
As you head down that path towards the endeavor flower. The foliage begins to become thicker and thicker until your entire path is blocked by trees.
Just completely blocked by trees.
You could walk through, but you'd have to you begin whacked in the face with branches and things like that, which you are welcome to do.
And they're definitely through this.
Yes, so there's like a path that you're walking on, and there are trees in your way.
Have I been in the forest for an hour yet?
Leading the witness. What is the point of your question?
Because this is my favorite terrain, and I'm just wondering if this is difficult terrain, how long I've been in the forest.
I will allow you to be in the forest for an hour.
All right, beautiful. So I think I'm going to walk up to the trees and just lay my hand on one of them.
Majestic, wise guardians of this great forest, I ask that my passage be smooth and that you do not hurt Her Majesty, Queen Francesca.
And we're going to try and walk through the trees, just straight go.
As you walk through the trees, you hear, "Hey, girl!"
I stop.
You're standing in the trees.
Yep.
Who is it that has spoken unto me?
The majestic trees, sister.
Yeah, okay.
Nobody's spoken to me like that in quite some time.
Then you have been done a great disservice, majestic tree.
And I just put up my hand and I just gently caress the bark of one of the trees.
You can come here anytime, friend. And one of the branches reaches out and tucks your hair behind your ear.
As one who has lived in the forest as long as you, perhaps you could help me. I am looking for the endeavor flower.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know where it grows?
Absolutely. Just follow the path. When you see those little blue flowers, head to the left. There'll be some little red endeavor flowers just there.
And is there anything I can get for you?
Just your presence.
I will return then.
And I'm going to keep moving.
Okay, you keep moving, and you break through the other end of kind of this thick tree branch of this person who you've been talking to. Mm-hmm. And you continue to walk down the path, and you walk for maybe 30 seconds when from behind you, you hear, "How dare you! How dare you put your filthy hands on my daughter!" And a tree begins to stamp towards you.
Okay.
Queen Fran, get behind me.
And then I'm going to turn to this tree.
O wise guardian of the forest, in what way have I offended you, and how may I make recompense?
Don't speak to me like that. And she's going to try and slap you across the face, but misses with a 5.
Yeah.
I am simply here seeking the endeavor flower. Once I have it, I will be on my way, O wise one.
And you think touching my daughter needs to be a part of that? And then you hear from the other side, "Hello, what's all this then?
No!
What's this you've been doing with our kid?" And we're going to cut to Fatoon.
God.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Fatoon, you have upstairs, downstairs. Where would you like to begin your cleaning?
Well, I've been yelling out to the stables,
Okay, from the upstairs window.
so I assume I'm cleaning upstairs.
Okay. You're cleaning the bedrooms as you go. As you get to kind of the third bedroom along, the door sticks a bit, and it's a bit difficult to get in.
I see. I'm just going to try and jiggle it a bit using, I guess, sleight of hand, would that be, if it was going to be a
Sure.
A soft
active
jiggle.
check?
A soft jiggle.
Yes. That is somehow a 17.
Okay. You find that a gentle touch does push the door open.
I see. But it is still firmer than the other doors.
Yeah, you kind of felt as if there was like something in front of it that was stopping you, but now that you've just been a little bit more gentle, it just swings open and there's nothing there. The room looks pretty clean.
The mystery grows. I'm going to, well, presumably if I'm cleaning all of the rooms, I'm going to step into the room.
Yes.
I head in there with a mop and I'm going to push the door open using the mop. Just as I
Our one
make my way
remaining
in.
mop.
Our one remaining mop.
Fabulous. You walk in, it's 2 beds, one
Yep.
either side. There's a window on the opposite side, the ones that you've been yelling out of, and a small table And then kind of just next to the door is a wardrobe. Everything looks to be pretty clean, as if somebody has already cleaned before you. There's a rug on the floor that you kind of mop around.
So this is a living area that's occupied by different people that stay
Correct.
here, but we kicked everyone out, or so we thought.
That's correct.
Okay, I'm going to check to see if anyone still has their clothing maybe in the wardrobe or in the dresses. So I'm going to open up the wardrobe.
Okay. You open up the wardrobe. What's your AC?
It is 15.
Okay. And you are shoved inside the wardrobe and the door is closed.
Did we buy a mimic at any point? I
in our
feel
mimic museum room, yeah.
I feel like I would have remembered if we bought a mimic wardrobe. So when I was pushed, was it from someone... I'm a dwarf, so I'm relatively
Yes.
diminutive. Was it from someone taller than me or shorter than me? Would I be able to tell just based on where they're pushing on my back?
Can you roll an intelligence check?
Ooh. Not one of my better skills.
If you want to justify something else, you're welcome to.
That is a 5, baby.
You feel like they were of a similar height to you, perhaps shorter, perhaps taller.
Yeah, interesting. But definitely not larger than the room.
They fit within the space of the room.
They did
for
fit
sure.
within the space of the room.
Damn. Okay.
Nor indeed were they, sub-Newtonian or something. Just
Yeah. Well, I like to approach these things like Sherlock Holmes. You just chip away, eliminate different pieces of information. I'm going to just thump on the inside of the wardrobe door. Hang on. I've been pushed in. Is my back to the door or is my front to the door?
Your back is to the door.
I see. I guess I'm going to try and shove my elbows backwards to get the door back open.
Okay, the door does open.
Handy.
Sick. End of scene, right?
And you turn around and everything in the room is moving. But the door is closed. Can you roll initiative for me?
Okay. So that is 21 on initiative.
Thank you. And with that, we're going to cut to Cricket.
Okay.
Cricket, you're searching for new tables.
I noticed there's some tables upstairs.
There are some tables upstairs, yes?
That's a good start.
Okay.
I'd like to use my telekinesis to bring them down the stairs.
Do you have telekinesis?
I actually do.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I am telekinetic.
Okay, so you move the telekinetic tables downstairs.
I telekinetically move the tables. The tables themselves are not telekinetic.
So downstairs you normally have 6 tables.
Yeah.
And upstairs you only have 4.
Yeah, that's a lot of guests, right?
Yes.
Where's the closest inn to us that's not us?
Maybe 10 minutes down the road. It's not a positive relationship, though.
I was hoping that. Are they closed at this time of night?
They would be?
Excellent. I start making my way down there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. While I was upstairs, do I know where the chimera came from? Is that a problem that I need? Like, is there a portal or something that I need to take care of?
Roll investigation.
Okay. Natural 20.
You look around. You believe that it was summoned from this top floor.
Well,
And kind of like there's a little bit of leftover portal there, and it's been signed.
okay.
by-
A bit of a leftover portal. Okay, I need to expand on that. What does that look like?
It's a game of your imagination, Jess. So if you can't imagine it, it's not my job to fix that.
Just a tiny,
Theater of the
tiny
mind.
swirling
Like a
black
yeah,
hole. Just
with a floating signature.
like, you know when you draw a teleportation set, like you
Yeah.
draw out the rooms.
Okay, yeah, like the summoning circle
But
is
the
still
summoning
there.
circle, but it's
Got
kind
you.
of dissipated. It's been drawn in dust and it's
Yeah,
slowly disappeared.
and it's signed.
And it's signed by Artie McArtson.
That bastard.
He said he would get you back.
All right, well, I go ahead and muss it up a little bit more just to make sure that it's broken, and I figure that Fatoon will get to it eventually on their sweep of the upper floors. And yeah, I'll go head over and borrow some furniture.
You walk about 10 minutes down the road and you arrive at the inn. Now, it used to be called the Hearty Dragon,
Mm-hmm.
but it's recently been renamed. And there's a new sign out the front with a very wide-eyed woman. And it's called Awake Amanda's. This is classic Amanda.
not woke Amanda's. She doesn't want to cut out any of the clientele.
Oh, that's good.
She runs a firmly centrist establishment.
If not a little bit right leaning.
Oh, that's frustrating. That is a job for another day. I'm going to go around the back where I know she always leaves the windows open to get airflow through and and climb through.
I'll just create something that's going to allow me to do this easily. So thanks.
I thought if I added the little bit, you would notice. Classic man.
I'll allow classic Manny to have left the windows open and you climb inside.
Yep. All right. She got our tables all stacked up.
Like, let's just wrap this up. I'm done with this scene. Thank you. Her tables are laid out.
Great. I'm going to head to the front door and unlock it from the inside and just, like, I do not care at this point. I'm just fully opening that door and I'm going to start levitating the tables out.
Okay. You open the door and standing out the front is a manta. Cricket, no last name.
God.
Stealing tables again?
Yeah, well, your establishment's just so nice. I thought, can't compete. I'd have to really up my game to be able to steal all your clientele. How'd last night go?
Stunning, of course. Filled to the brim.
With rats? Crickets? What you got this time?
Well, I certainly have crickets tonight.
Certainly you do. If you'll excuse me.
I'm busy stealing your table.
She's going to step in the way of you, even more so, and the tables. I'm led to believe that you received a shipment of tables just this morning, and now you can't keep your filthy paws off mine?
All right, I don't have time for this. I cast Charm Person.
Okay.
I'd like to remind you about wild magic at this stage.
Oh, Lord.
What's the DC?
Wisdom saving throw 16.
Okay.
Amanda, I love our little chats, but why don't you step aside for us?
Very well. And she steps out of your way as you invoke wild magic.
Yes. All right.
Come on.
Nope, I've used my Tides of Chaos, which means I roll straight on the wild magic table. I do not roll.
Oh.
Flower pot.
Flower pot. Flower pot. All right, here goes this D20. I have not read these lately. I do not know what
There's
could
a
happen.
fireball in there.
That's a 6. My sorcerer wild magic energy sort of crackles around me and a chaotic burst of energy comes forth, and the chosen effect is a modron chosen and controlled by the DM appears in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you, then disappears 1 minute later.
Beautiful. So a little circular clockwork mechanical man, maybe a foot tall, appears next to you, and you can hear emanating from him like a little music box. Ding 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 as you slide these tables
I feel
out.
like that's copyrighted.
I'm going to need you to do that for a full minute.
Does this cause local villagers to come out going, oh, I wanted soft serve?
It doesn't, but Awake Amanda slowly swings side to side.
Amazing. And as we leave, I turn around and I use telekinesis to knock one of the letters off her sign.
Which one? What does it say now?
I think I'd take off the W.
Arc Amanda?
Arc Amanda.
Arc Amanda. Okay. Toodaloo, cricket. She waves.
See you next time. We do this. It's
It's a back and forth.
mind control magic,
Enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
And I will just say, for all of those rules hard fans out there, I would have subtle spelled that charm person so that she wouldn't have seen it coming.
Absolutely. Totally fine. Chings. We're going to jump back to you.
Why?
You're cleaning, packing, sorting, and you get to the desired fertilizer. How are you going to manage this fertilizer so that it is appropriately contained?
I would assume that somewhere in the yard is a wheelbarrow,
Indeed.
and that there would be such a thing as a shovel around.
Mhm.
You can tell where I'm going with this.
I think you need to lead me more.
Well, I would wheel the wheelbarrow over to the stables and then take the shovel or spade or any other digging implement and slide it underneath the effluents and lift it up piece by piece and then put it in to the aforementioned wheelbarrow that I've brought out. Is that enough specificity for you?
This has been a horticultural podcast.
I think that'll do. As you lift the fertilizer, a puff of green powder comes out into your face. Can you roll a wisdom saving throw?
No. 15.
You're trained.
18. 18. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Thank goodness for Justin. What was a fail is now a success.
Woo!
And you feel a little bit lightheaded, but you manage to hold yourself as you continue to shovel the fertilizer in. You've collected what you believe to be all of the fertilizer, and then you hear what down from at your feet.
Is that you, wee Franny? I look down. What am I seeing?
Investigation, perception or investigation? I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes in D&D you have to describe the most basic action.
Either way you rolled it, it's 11.
Okay, you look down and you notice that the straw is shifting and moving.
I gently take the shovel and gently try and sort of brush the top of the straw away.
Okay, you gently brush the straw away and you see like this little green, like light green fuzzball that turns and looks at you with these big eyes. Boop, boop.
I turn to Aristotle and I say, "See with you.
I've not seen such a thing before in my life.
He's in your house, apparently."
Well, is he not one of the guests that I'm expecting? Rather unusual, but, I'm sure I can make it work.
Yeah, filthy animal. Right.
Papa?
Oh, Jings. Where'd you come from, you wee beastie?
Papa?
Oy vey.
Scottish accent saying oy vey. Excellent. The lore gets deeper on this character.
I'm so excited as we go.
On this cultural journey.
We should probably cut the oy vey.
No. Muzzle on your new religious upbringing.
I'm assuming I can put 2 and 2 together and think that the green stuff that came in my face was from this thing.
Yes, perhaps. Green fluff? Green fluff?
Is this the start of a song that you've learnt as a child? Green fluff, green fluff.
Another timeless hit from Lockbox Blue Orb.
So, all right, I just grab my shovel and gently try and pick it up.
Okay. It starts to kind of, like a caterpillar, slide along the shaft, as you said, of the shovel. Papa?
So it's coming up the shovel.
It's coming up towards you.
I'm dropping the shovel. I'm like, no, sorry. No, whatever she told you, it's no me.
No, Papa.
Maybe it's the horse. I'm the cook. I'm not designed to deal with situations like this. Can I get you a curry?
Its eyes furrow, and it frowns at you. No, Papa. And it leaps out towards you to attack. What is your AC?
19.
Okay. Oh. So it does miss. But can you roll initiative, please?
And we cut off.
11.
11. As we cut back
Yeah.
to Mona.
All right.
Did your chef wear full plate armor just as a pun?
That's good. That's good.
Thank you. It's a thinker. Anyway.
Mona,
Yes.
you currently have standing in front of you a small tree woman, and behind you a slightly taller tree man.
Yeah.
How dare you! You come into our home?
I am so sorry, wise ones, for the intrusion. My name is Mona Leafchild. I too am a child of the leaf.
Roll a persuasion check.
17.
Leaf child? Of the downtown leaf children?
Yes.
And from behind you. Oh, so you would know Lena and Julius?
Yes. I know them well.
Do you actually know them well?
I don't know. Do I? She's
roll highs
saying
or
yes
lows.
no matter what.
Highs or lows?
Lois.
You do not know Lena or Julius. Can you roll a deception check?
4.
Well, I suppose you'll be loving Julius's beautiful maple leaves.
Yes.
I knew it! Julius is an elm and always has been. You foul!
It's a nightmare on Elm Street.
You fool!
Forgive me. It has been some 100 years since I have returned to the forest.
The man behind you pulls your arms behind you and attempts to arrest you.
He takes out his tree cups.
His tree cups.
What can I do to atone for my disrespect?
Well, it's said that those who befriend the trees must then wed them.
Yes.
Okay. Double wedding.
I must ask, though, by the blessing of you and your lovely wife, that Queen Fran officiate any ceremony. And I gesture down to my chicken.
As we cut away from the wedding, we cut to Fatoon. 21, I believe, was
my initiative, yes.
Beautiful. So that means that you get to act first in this scenario. Everything is moving. Nothing seems to be moving towards you. Just, if like a strong wind came in and caused everything aflutter.
I think I'm going to try and walk in a straight line across the room.
Okay, towards the window?
Yes, I walk in a straight line towards the window.
Okay, so you cross to the window and everything is still moving. Underneath you, the rug is there, but nothing else happens. You have an action that you could use?
Can I ready and...
Of course you can.
Yeah. I would like to ready and attack on anything that comes within kind of 5 feet of me.
Sounds fabulous. The sheets of the bed next to you begin to shake and shimmy and rise up.
Aha. Are the sheets themselves shimmying? Or is there someone under the sheets that is shimmying them?
The sheets themselves have risen up. The sheet...
Marriage.
The sheets themselves are rising up and shaking towards you. Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Right,
Sure.
sheets rise up. You have nothing to lose but your thread count.
However, actually, before you make your dexterity saving throw, would you interpret the sheets rising up as an attack, and would you like to use your raid action now?
No, because they're not coming within 5 feet of me, I'm assuming.
They are right next to you.
Oh, they are right next to me. Then yes, I'm going to swing at them.
Okay, beautiful. Would you like to swing to the left or to the right?
Left of me.
Okay. Roll to hit.
I'm not raging, but that is still a 22 on the AC of the bed sheets.
Okay. Shing! You do not need to roll damage. You managed to clove. I don't know what we were to say. Garlic clove the sheet to the left as the one to your right moves forward and attempts to wrap itself around you. Can you make a dexterity saving throw? Your danger sense would apply.
That is a 17.
Okay. It attempts to wrap itself around your legs and your face to restrain and blind you, but you manage to duck out of the way, and it throws itself onto the other wall, onto the tattered remains of its comrade.
Oh no.
Rest in peace.
You hate to see sheets falling in battle like this.
As the rug underneath you flips up, can you make another dexterity saving throw?
You got this.
Meanwhile, in Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
So the higher one is again 17.
Okay. You are flipped up, but you manage to kind of roll yourself out of the way and push it to the side, so you are successful in escaping the effects of the rug. But the window blows open, and there's a beautiful little kind of like flower box out there.
Oh, lovely.
And a flower rises up and spits at you.
This room hates you.
Yeah.
That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that does hit.
Okay, so you take 5 points of acid damage as you are spat at by an acid flower. It's your turn.
I don't know what to make of this situation. Either as a character or as a player.
That happens often.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I kind of want to spit back at the flower.
Yes!
That's fine. I would say that was a free action if you wanted to do that.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
I'm going to spit back at the flower.
Okay, lovely.
But I do not see it as the greatest threat in the room. Mm-hmm. So instead, I
want to know what you see as the greatest threat.
Well,
the
it's not-
rug, the
Yes,
sheets?
tell
It's
us.
not going to be the sheets because the sheets are just going to fold.
The sheets... I mean, as a diminutive fellow, I believe my greatest threat is going to come from the ground. So I will swing at the rug with my great axe, which feels a little excessive, but I'm still going to do it. Only a 12 on the rug's AC.
Which unfortunately will miss the rug.
That is indeed unfortunate.
It curls out of your way.
Okay, well, I will have another crack at it. That is a 15.
That does hit. Can you roll damage this time?
I would love to. And that is 7.
Okay. You cut part of it, and the smaller half just falls limp. But what remains of the rug is still alive.
Yeah, this isn't my finest hour, kind of losing a melee to a rug. But
I'm losing to a rug.
that's my voice, yeah.
Excellent
That's what I've been doing this whole session, right? Yeah.
As the sheet attacks again, can you roll dexterity saving throw again at advantage?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I
Making
certainly
all the
can.
rolls.
Yeah.
There was a 21 in there.
Okay, that is a success. Can you roll again against the rug?
That is a dirty 20.
Wow, you are very successful. It seems like
I'm rolling unbelievably well today.
this room was made for you.
Yeah.
And that is a miss from the flower. Your turn again.
I'm taking some degree of psychic damage just from watching the flower shoot at me. But I think at this point, like I've been trying to hold off on rage. This is not a thing I enjoy doing. If anything, I find my grandparents distract me as well as everyone else. But I will start my rage as a bonus action. They will issue forth, and I will swing again at the rug.
What a nice room. Well, this flower's nice, isn't it, love?
Sure. And I'm going to swing at the rug. That is 23.
That
on
definitely
its
hits
AC.
the rug.
The rug is distracted. A sentence I'm so excited to be able to say. 18 damage.
Okay. You decimate what is left of the rug
Good.
as the sheet attempts to wrap itself around you once more.
Do you have another attack?
I do. But
Do you want to make another attack? I apologize.
yeah, I will actually.
Okay, attack the sheet
I will. Yeah.
or the flower.
No, I'm going to attack the sheet. God, this is a demoralizing fight whether I win or lose. That is going to be an 18 on the AC of the second bed sheet.
Okay, the second bed sheet is cleft in twain.
Fantastic.
2 bed sheets and 1 rug down. Only a flower left.
We say the weirdest sentences.
Yes, we do.
Who spits at you? The 16.
My AC is 15.
So you take 7 points of acid damage.
7.
God.
This is a hefty flower.
I do like that one. What a beautiful color. It's your turn.
It's blue like my grandparents.
Of the games.
Okay, I'm going to swing at the freaking flower. A 12 on the AC of the flower.
Cling. You cleave all the heads of the flowers off.
She loves me, she loves me not. She loves me, she loves me not.
And you are left in the room, everything chopped up around you.
Good.
We're going to jump to Cricket momentarily. Cricket, while you're resetting all of the tables and everything, you hear quite a ruckus from the room.
All right. I finished resetting the tables.
And you let it be?
I walk up there if I've got time.
Okay, you open the door and you find raging, great axe in hand, Fatoon standing there. All of the bed sheets and the rugs and the flowers and them have been completely chopped up and destroyed.
Okay, before you say anything, they came at me. I had no choice. It was like a whirlwind of rugs and sheet and flower.
All right.
It really was quite a champion.
Good to see you again, folks. All right, take a few deep breaths.
Uh-huh.
We've always got spares for the bridal suite, so just go ahead and reset this one, and I'll clean up downstairs if you want to just focus on this floor.
I would not like to be in this room anymore. Is there a way that you could maybe deal with this room?
Yeah, all right, but if you're heading downstairs, just start filling out the incident report form. We'll get to all the details later, but if you could just start chucking it down.
Of course. And am I lodging that with Jings? Do I have to lodge that with Jings?
No, that can come straight to me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Thank you.
It's been a night.
As Jings is immediately flooded by small, fluffy creatures of multiple colors, yellow, pink,
Multiple?
green. They all appear out of the straw and begin to flood you.
Oh dear.
What do you do, Jings? You had a 14. That's you first.
Yeah.
Small pom-poms with eyes. Angry eyes.
I'm not the person to be dealing with this problem.
You should have just taken on fatherhood. I mean, how bad could it have been?
Other people are just freely getting married.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, all my magic is like smite magic, so it is all like imbuing everything on my weapon, which I can only do by hitting, and hitting a swarm with a, if we're being kind, it's a quarterstaff. If we're not, it's a mop.
I'll be kind. A mopper staff?
It's fun because I have a thing where every time I hit, I'm able to do an additional hit with the butt end of it as well, which if it still has the mop on it,
Yes.
It'll be beautiful.
Do that.
Yeah.
If it's unsuccessful, it's even funnier.
Yeah.
I mean, just like putting flaming smite on it or something, and just a flaming mop head.
Do exactly that.
Okay. Well, in that case, I cast Searing Smite on my mop, on my quarterstaff.
Lovely.
And then I attack the horde, the swarm.
Yes, swarm is a good word. Horde is a good word.
What is the mass noun for these creatures?
If you'd like to roll a nature check, I'm sure we could.
A nature. 13.
Floof seems most appropriate.
A floof.
I love it.
Okay, beautiful. So roll to hit the floof.
22.
You swing and you do hit successfully. Can you roll your damage plus your searing smite?
So that does 10 damage with the Searing Smite. And then I get, because I get an additional
To hit again?
hit with the butt end of the stick, which
Lovely.
would not be searing.
Is the entire mop searing?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, in that case, it's an auto, so I've got to see if I...
You've got cook's hands, so you
Yeah.
can deal with the heat.
The heat,
Yeah.
from
absolutely.
the entire length of the
You
mop.
can't stand the heat.
Well,
Hey.
the second attack doesn't hit, so that's fine.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 9.
A 9 does hit.
Oh my god, really?
They're very easy to hit as a swarm.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 damage.
Okay. As you hit them with Searing Smite, you are setting these little fluff balls alight. And you are now on fire because they are all over you. And you are also
If you burn down my stable.
in a stable filled with hay. Dry hay.
I run outside. I'm assuming outside would have a horse trough for the horses.
Certainly.
And I dive into the horse trough.
Okay, you dive into that. I say, good sir, as you run past Aristotle and you dive in and you douse yourself.
As the swarm attacks and is going to miss because they are all
Floating up. Papa burn.
Sorry, what?
Papa burn.
I was just like, and you think you kind of understand what Jings is saying.
Jings, it's your turn.
How much of the swarm is still alive and around me?
About half is still alive, and you've maybe left a third of that back in the stables.
I'm going to hit remaining things with my quarterstaff.
Certainly. Hit away. Searing this time or
No,
Soul's Seer?
but I can Divine Smite because I can do that
All the time.
for all of my slots, all of my spell slots.
Divine Smite away.
13 to hit.
Does hit.
Wonderful.
Sorry. Just, can you read what you've written on your sheet?
I just wrote
I'm sorry?
I wrote a little note to myself. It was to do Sue Amanda for copyright infringement. You spotted that so quickly.
I thought these were all like pickup notes.
That's what I thought too, and I was like, oh, is it me?
In amongst all that, I did 21 damage.
Ooh.
Very nice.
You have destroyed all the fluff balls,
Huzzah.
who once could have been your brethren, and now a small handful is left in the stable.
I go into the stable. Mm-hmm. Are they still waiting to attack me? The
They are
remaining-
still sitting there, and their eyes are wide in shock as you are covered with ash and water and small bits of fluff from their friends / brothers / sisters. Who knows what this is?
Are the rest of you going to try to attack me?
Flee! Flee! And they start to kind of run out.
That's right. Yes. Otherwise, you end up in the curry.
And we're going to transfer back over, transitioning to the wedding.
Oh, God. I was at the wedding. Like, are we already there? No.
No, me.
The other wedding.
Sorry, the first wedding of the
The
two.
first wedding. Okay.
Yep.
The trees that you walked through initially transform into this towering 10-foot tree person
Hell yes.
over you. Hey.
Hello.
A giant tree hand is placed upon your back as Queen Fran prepares herself. We are gathered here today to celebrate the union of these two fine leaf folk, Myrna Leaf Child and... I'm sorry, your name? Sandy. Have you prepared vows?
Yes. Sandy, though I have known you only a matter of moments, your majesty overwhelmed me from the beginning, and I am hopeful for the future that we may embark upon together.
Tell me more.
Today, Leafchild and Tree become one, and I hope that in that becoming, we can forge a new path between elves and the wise trees of this wonderful forest.
Well, I think that about wraps it up. And so with vows spoken, is there any here who opposes to this union? Very well then.
I'm like, are you waiting for one of us to jump in? Because I'm really tempted.
I was trying to get the sign.
Object!
Yeah. Well, I may be a small town birch, but I'd like to oppose the legality of this union.
Just a small town birch.
Moon Leaf Child,
Yes.
do you take Sandy Tree to be your lawful wedded?
Why was that so funny? Sandy Tree. That sounds bad for trees.
I'm
Sandra Tree.
To be your lawfully wedded spouse.
Yes.
And do you, Sandy Tree, take this here Mona Leaf Child to be your lawfully wedded spouse? I do. Well, with those words spoken, you may share your wedding kiss.
Full tongue.
Can you make a constitution saving throw?
Once again. 7.
Your tongue is ripped to shreds.
To shreds, you say.
And her wife?
Oh, to shreds, you say.
Perhaps we should return.
Perhaps we should.
And we cut back to the sleepy cricket as everybody returns from their tasks and you reassemble to meet with cricket themselves. Do you bring Sandy with you?
Can I? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
then
married her.
yes.
Okay.
Can I be riding in their branches?
Sure.
Amazing.
All right, has anyone seen Mona? Oh, heaven above. All right.
Hey!
Hello.
What's this, an Entmoot?
I got married.
And I'm going to hold up my left hand and I fashioned one of the Endeavor flowers that I foraged into a ring.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you at least got the flowers?
Yes.
All right, well, we've all completed our tasks. We can get to the final setup now.
Yeah. Yep.
I believe it's nearing dawn at this stage.
That it is, as the sun slowly rises.
All right, well, thank you all for all your hard work. If I had another inspiring speech in me, I would give it to you. But let's just push through and you'll be getting the little amount of overtime I can afford to give you.
As slowly these beautiful gnomish carriages pull up, just as you have completed your tasks.
Dawn?
At dawn.
Wild. All right, places, everyone. Places.
I will go to a place.
I speak Gnomish if it helps.
I also speak Gnomish and have an intact tongue.
Yes, I'll go with that one. Thank you. If you want to head to the stables and take care of that, Mona, that'd be great.
Of course.
Kind of barely speak common. I'll just be in the kitchen.
Yeah, Jinx, work
Get
on
started
that.
on that.
Work on that
Carnina.
curry, please. Thank you.
Excellent. Once again, I am the party's diplomat.
The carriage pulls up and the door swings open and out come two beautifully, extravagantly dressed young gnomish men. And they say, "Oh, we're finally here, the sleepy cricket. And you wanted to go to Amanta's." And so the wedding of Horatio and Salatio goes off without a hitch. A beautifully dressed
That's
rooms.
a bad wedding if it goes up without a hitch.
You know, I think I've taken Amanda's W sign, W for wedding.
Yeah.
And I've decorated it with the flowers and put some dancing lights in there.
Beautiful.
I think I've convinced Sandy to like fan out their branches, and we've strung any of the endeavor flowers that we didn't use for the wine in them to create like an arbor under which they can wed.
Beautiful.
Oh, and I have gone and taken a wee bit of the wine to Aristotle because I did say I would.
Mona, as people continue to arrive and head into the stables that Jings has beautifully set up and cleaned,
Oh, my goats.
the goats stand in line and bow to those entering. And that's where we're going to call the session. You've been listening to Best Left Forgotten. You can find and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Best Left Podcast and on our Best Left Forgotten Facebook page, where we post updates, info, and additional content. Music by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Full song lists and additional artists can be found in the episode description. Cover art by Cattywampus, who can be found on Fiverr. Thanks to Jess Wolfendale, our editor, Miriam Feats, our social media manager, and Nathan Quadrio, our GM and producer. If you enjoyed our podcast today, please leave a review and tell your friends.